Hello folks, I'm back. I don't know what seems to be causing the problem. Yes, I kind of was recording another video a moment ago, but it seems that I encountered some kind of problem and it's causing the volume in the background to be, I guess, mute. Maybe some kind of glitch with the game being out. Or maybe it has something to do with my phone, who knows. In any case though, I'll read it. I'm sorry to ask you to come this early in the morning, Valorox. It hasn't been long since what happened to Da Vinci, but we detected another singularity. Foo, foo! Sorry for being late, Doctor. I've been having trouble waking up for the past few days. Oh, you're here already, Senpai? As a master of REM sleep, I can see you already any time. Actually, I pulled an all-nighter. That is not good. Caldeo time is now the benchmark in this world. Senpai, staying past 1 in the morning is bad for your body, even if you get login bonuses at 4. I get it. I kind of get it. Ash, I'm glad to see you're doing great too. Well, can I start briefing now? Sure. Sorry, Doctor. You were talking about a new singularity, right? But Doctor, aren't those coordinates the same as singularity F? It does appear that way on Caldeo's map, but the temporal axis is different. This singularity corresponds to the point 10 years earlier in time than the singularity F you guys investigated before. I can't conclude that this is a Holy Grail for certain, but an extremely similar response has been observed. Earlier, huh? But is it really possible that a Holy Grail would manifest at the same point so frequently? Actually, even I can't explain that. So I thought I would bring someone who seemed capable of doing it. I see. That's what you called me here. Zhuge no. Lord Elmaloy II. Indeed. I am familiar with Fuyuki City in Japan, or so I'd like to say. But unfortunately, my knowledge is estranged from the history recorded by Laplace here in Chaldea. That's expected. Not that the human history has been incinerated. Many different possibilities got mixed in with Chaldea's observation results. Perhaps Chaldea's didn't exist in the history where Mr. Elmanoy came from. Your world and our world, I'm not so sure which one is the proper history. However, it is obvious that both worlds are centered and extremely close to each other. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been summoned. You're talking about the cluster of parallel worlds in the primary branch. In other words, phenomena permissible for revision that share the same future, despite minor differences. And phenomena designated for removal in the cluster of parallel worlds that would eventually lead to ruin, like fallen leaves. Unfortunately, that kind of topic is out of my purview. It's a part of the world that, unless you're one with a heroic spirit like me, it's hard to understand. Besides, it's not something Valorox must hear either. So I'm going to tell you only what I know. It is all just based on the events that occurred in my world, mind you. So your records indicate that the first Holy Grail War took place in Fuyuki of 2004. However, as far as I know, the Holy Grail War has occurred 5 times in Fuyuki. 5 times? That many? I see. So depending on the situation, the Holy Grail War already happened 5 times already. Wait, 5 times already? A ritual on that scale was performed 5 times? How did they hide it from everybody? Don't tell me the Holy Grail War is a competitive sport in your world. And people treat it like the Olympic Games? A rather amusing idea. But that's not it, Doctor. In our case, the Mages Association and the Holy Church colluded to cover everything up. Of course they did. Phew, that scared me. Please continue, Professor. The temporal axis observed this time was not the 2004 where Singularity F was located, but 10 years earlier, the Fourth Holy Grail War. When it comes to my world, it's not a surprise that you could detect the Holy Grail in the past at those coordinates. Possibility that a Holy Grail could exist at that era in the past, indeed that would be able to give birth to a new singularity. Could this be a misjudgment on Shiva's part? I mean, to observe the light of civilization in the past. I personally hope that's the case. Now that human history has been incinerated, it's impossible to observe light on a normal temporal axis. If a light is lit on candles in its current state, that can only be a singularity that's removed from the temporal axis. Am I right, Doctor? This is probably a stain that has already been disconnected from human history and will eventually contaminate it. Exactly, Professor. No matter what the singularity actually is, we must retrieve the Holy Grail that exists there. I suppose so. Retrieving or destroying it is the mission given to Valorox. However, there is a problem. The main reason why the Holy Grail War was repeated 5 times in Fuyuki was because the Holy Grail never manifested itself, not even once. Also, due to a certain accident, the ritual has been mutated to a state you can barely call it ritual anymore. In conclusion, you mustn't retrieve this Holy Grail. It is a Holy Grail that must not manifest, it's just a poison. While it tempted the participants as a wish-granting device, in truth it was merely a device of mass destruction, created for the purpose to eliminating the world. You really are knowledgeable. I don't really like the silence either, folks. I'd rather have some music in the background, but I couldn't get it to work. Of course, I did my research. Besides, it's my responsibility as a participant. No, I just want to reassure myself. I put in a considerable amount of effort to dismantle Fuyuki's Holy Grail. When it comes to the circumstances surrounding this land, I left no stone unturned. How dependable. From the way you sounded, I guess I don't have to ask you to help us, right? Doctor, you sure are a bad guy. You called me here because you wanted me to help, no? I will join this investigation. I believe I am the best observer, don't you think so? You say that, but you really want to go, right? I won't deny that. The Fourth Holy Grail War is a fateful event to me in no small way. And it's about to begin right now. I'd be lying if I said that I had no interest. Then it's settled. Get ready for race shift now. The target coordinates are Fuyuki City, Japan, 1994. Looks like it's going to be different this time around too, so watch out. Foo foo! I really don't like this whole thing with no volume in the background. I might cut the video short. Well, ain't that interesting? It's loading, so is there some kind of problem that I'm not aware about? Really, there is no sound. I really had to restart the game. I'll stop recording right now. I know it'll be weird, but still, it must be done.